Good day, everyone. Many Filipinos dream of going abroad, hoping for a better future for their families and themselves. They leave their loved ones, their homes, and everything they know to face the unknown for a better life. But what happens when that dream becomes a nightmare? When the promise of a good life falls apart, and they're left alone and stranded in a new country? Today we look at the sad reality of homelessness among overseas Filipino workers, or OFWs. It's a silent struggle often hidden behind smiles and boxes of gifts sent home. We'll travel to the busy streets of Taiwan and Hong Kong, where thousands of Filipinos work hard for a better tomorrow, only to find themselves facing tough challenges, sometimes even losing a place to call home. Join us as we hear their stories, understand their struggles, and shine a light on the troubles of our fellow Filipinos fighting to survive far from home. Our first stop is Taiwan, a place known for its busy cities and advanced technology. The island is a hub of innovation, with its towering skyscrapers and bustling markets showcasing a blend of tradition and modernity. Over 150,000 Filipinos call Taiwan their second home. They form a vibrant community, bringing their culture and traditions to this foreign land. Many work hard in factories, on construction sites, and as caregivers, giving their time to provide for their families back in the Philippines. Their dedication is evident in the long hours they put in, often under challenging conditions. They work long hours, deal with cultural differences, and endure the pain of being away from their loved ones, all for the hope of a better future. The emotional toll is immense, but their resilience keeps them going. But behind the appearance of progress and opportunity, there's a harsh reality for some. The bright lights of the city often mask the struggles faced by many. Living in Taiwan is expensive, and for those earning minimum wage, paying for everyday needs can be a daily struggle. The high cost of living means that every penny must be carefully managed. Rent takes up a big chunk of their income, leaving little for food, transportation, and other things they need. Many live in cramped conditions, sharing small spaces to save on costs. And for those who lose their jobs because of unexpected things like getting sick or companies closing, things can quickly get much worse. The lack of job security adds to their anxiety. Imagine losing your job in a foreign country, thousands of miles from home. The isolation and uncertainty can be overwhelming. The fear, the uncertainty, the desperation, it can be too much to bear. Many find themselves in a state of constant worry, unsure of what the future holds. Some people have to leave their homes because they can't pay rent, and with nowhere else to go, they end up on the streets. The sight of packed bags and tearful goodbyes is all too common. We met Nancy, a single mom who came to Taiwan hoping to give her 2 children back in the Philippines a better life. Her story is one of hope, sacrifice, and resilience. She worked hard as a caregiver, sending home every penny she could save. Her dedication to her family was unwavering, even in the face of adversity, but things didn't go as planned. Life threw unexpected challenges her way, testing her strength and resolve. Her employer, an elderly man, passed away, and Nancy lost her job. The sudden loss left her in a precarious situation. With her small savings running out, Nancy struggled to pay rent. The financial strain was immense, and she had to make difficult choices. She asked her agency for help, but they didn't care. The lack of support from those she trusted added to her despair. They already had someone to replace her, and Nancy's problems weren't important to them. The cold reality of being just another worker hit hard. Desperate, Nancy tried to find another job, but her tourist visa didn't allow her to work legally. The legal constraints made her situation even more challenging. Days turned into nights as she tried everything, her hope fading away. The relentless search for a solution took a toll on her spirit. Finally, she couldn't afford her small room anymore and had to leave, all her belongings packed into a few bags. The sense of loss was profound. Nancy's story isn't the only one. Many others share similar experiences, each with their own unique struggles and dreams. Many Filipinos in Taiwan face similar problems, stuck in a system that often takes advantage of them and offers little help when they need it most. The systemic issues create a cycle of hardship that is difficult to break. They came looking for a better life, but instead, they're trapped in a cycle of hardship and sadness. The dream of a brighter future seems increasingly out of reach. The language barrier, cultural differences, and limited access to help make it even harder for Filipinos to escape homelessness. The challenges of adapting to a new culture add to their struggles. They're often left to take care of themselves, relying on the kindness of strangers and the support of other Filipinos who understand their situation. The sense of community provides a glimmer of hope in an otherwise difficult journey. Our journey takes us to Hong Kong, a bright and exciting city full of promise and opportunity. This bustling metropolis is a melting pot of cultures where East meets West, and tradition blends seamlessly with modernity. Known as Asia's World City, Hong Kong attracts people from everywhere, each with their own dreams and hopes. The city's vibrant energy and dynamic lifestyle make it a magnet for those seeking new beginnings and better opportunities. Among them are over 220,000 Filipinos, many working as domestic helpers, taking care of families across the city. These individuals leave their homeland in search of a brighter future, often sacrificing their own comfort and happiness. They are the unsung heroes of Hong Kong, working tirelessly, making sure the families they work for are well cared for. Their dedication and hard work often go unnoticed, yet they play a crucial role in the daily lives of many Hong Kong residents. They leave their own families, giving up their own happiness to provide for their loved ones back home. The emotional toll of these goodbyes is immense, as they part with their children, spouses, and parents, not knowing when they will see them again. They send money home, pay for their children's education, and help the Philippine economy, truly modern-day heroes. Their remittances are a lifeline for their families, funding everything from daily expenses to medical bills and school fees. But behind the beautiful Hong Kong skyline, there's a different reality for some Filipinos. The glitz and glamour of the city often mask the struggles and hardships faced by these hardworking individuals. The high cost of living, along with unfair work practices and a lack of affordable housing, has pushed many into a life of hardship and struggle. Despite their best efforts, they find themselves caught in a cycle of poverty and exploitation. Imagine working hard day and night, only to find you can barely afford the basics. The relentless grind takes a toll on their physical and mental health, leaving them exhausted and demoralized. The rising cost of living eats away at your earnings, leaving you with little for yourself, let alone your family back home. Every dollar earned is stretched to its limit, making it difficult to save or plan for the future. We met Maria, a domestic helper who's been working in Hong Kong for over 10 years. Her story is one of resilience and sacrifice, a testament to the strength and determination of many like her. She sends almost all her money back to the Philippines to support her elderly parents and her siblings' children. Her earnings are a lifeline for her family, providing them with the means to survive and thrive. She works long hours, often 7 days a week, with little rest and even less time for herself. The demands of her job leave her physically drained, yet she continues to push forward, driven by her love for her family. Even though she sacrifices so much, Maria struggles to afford things. The high cost of living in Hong Kong, along with her employer's unfair treatment, leaves her with barely enough to survive. The high cost of living in Hong Kong, along with her employer's unfair treatment, leaves her with barely enough to survive. Despite her best efforts, she finds herself constantly battling to make ends meet. She lives in a small, windowless room, sharing the tiny space with several other domestic workers. The cramped conditions offer little privacy or comfort, yet it is the only option she can afford. Maria's story is a common one. Many Filipinos in Hong Kong face similar challenges, struggling to balance their work responsibilities with their personal needs. Many Filipinos in Hong Kong face similar problems, trapped in a system that often takes advantage of them and offers little protection. They come together to support each other, sharing their experiences and advocating for better treatment. They endure unfair work practices, discrimination, and exploitation, all in the hope of giving their families a better future. Their resilience and solidarity are a testament to their strength and determination. The lack of affordable housing in Hong Kong is a big reason why many Filipinos become homeless. The city's housing crisis forces them into precarious living situations, where they must constantly navigate uncertainty and instability. With few choices and very high rents, many are forced to live in crowded and unhealthy conditions, sharing small spaces with many roommates just to have a roof over their heads. These living arrangements are far from ideal, often leading to stress and health issues. Some live in illegal boarding houses called cubicle homes or coffin homes, where they pay a lot of money for a tiny, cramped space, often no bigger than a coffin. These spaces are a stark contrast to the luxurious high-rises that dominate the Hong Kong skyline. These spaces don't have proper air, sanitation, or privacy, creating serious health and safety risks. The lack of basic amenities makes daily life a constant struggle, impacting their well-being and quality of life. Others, like Maria, can't afford any housing at all and are forced to sleep in parks, public restrooms, or even on the streets. The harsh reality of homelessness is a daily battle for survival, with no guarantee of safety or security. They are the hidden homeless, right in front of us, but their problems are often ignored. Their plight is a silent cry for help, a reminder of the inequalities that persist in one of the world's most prosperous cities. The stories we've shared today are just a small look at the struggles faced by many Filipinos abroad. These individuals often leave their homeland with dreams of a better future, hoping to provide for their families and improve their lives. However, the reality they encounter is often far from what they imagined. They left their homes looking for a better life, but instead, they're facing different challenges, often alone and without any support. The isolation and cultural differences can be overwhelming, making it difficult to adjust and thrive in a new environment. But even in the darkest times, the spirit of helping each other shines through. The resilience and solidarity within the Filipino community are truly remarkable as they come together to lift each other up. Filipino communities abroad have come together to support one another, offering food, shelter, and a listening ear to those in need. These acts of kindness and generosity provide a lifeline to many who are struggling. Organizations like mentioned specific organizations helping homeless Filipinos in Taiwan and Hong Kong are working hard to help Filipinos facing homelessness, offering legal help, job training, and temporary housing. These organizations play a crucial role in providing the necessary resources and support to help individuals get back on their feet. They are a light of hope, reminding our fellow Filipinos that they are not alone in their struggles. The compassion and dedication of these volunteers inspire hope and resilience in the hearts of those they help. Let's remember that behind the smiles and boxes of gifts sent home are real people facing real problems. These gifts are often sent with love and sacrifice, representing the hard work and dedication of those living abroad. By making people aware of their struggles, we can help create a fairer and more caring world for all Filipinos, wherever they may be. Advocacy and awareness are key to driving change and ensuring that the voices of those in need are heard. Please like, subscribe, and share this video to spread the word about the struggles of our fellow Filipinos abroad. Your engagement can help amplify their stories and bring much-needed attention to their plight. Your support can make a real difference in their lives. Together, we can extend a helping hand and create a brighter future for all.